good morning, everyone. Welcome to Angel Wallace Productions and God's Grace on Thee. Today is Sunday. It's bleak out. We've had rain yesterday evening and a little chilly, but no snow, so that's okay. I accept the rain. I love the rain. Today's the 14th of April of 2024. The world's going into a meltdown, basically. And it's pathetic, and it's sad to see it. But when you're seeing things from up here, down there, and you're looking at all the disgust that's taking place, personally, myself, I don't want to take part of it. Okay, I don't want to even entertain it anymore. That's where I'm at. This is what floors me. I've been trying to push God into everybody's life for a long time. Not to push it down their throats, but to make them aware. Don't you think it's time we wake up? Don't you think it's time we lend a little prayer? Don't you think it's time that we pray for our fellow man, even the demons? Yes. Why? Well, because they were created by our Creator. We are all a part of one, okay? And we got to remember that. Of course, we weren't taught that, okay? We were taught to hate. We were taught to lie. We were taught to steal and cheat and then live in a big happy world. The sad part of it is that ever since the United States has been, it's created its own war. It's created every war that we've fought anywhere else outside of our country. Disgusting. It's demoralizing, and it's deunifying. And it's destructive. And it is using a manipulative means to convince everybody else, especially here in America. They're saying, okay, these people, Iran shouldn't be doing this because Israel's the chosen. And yet everybody tends to forget that it's been our dirty leaders here in our government that have been giving the money to Iran. See, they're pushing that war to go towards Israel. There's a reason for everything. And I've been sharing those timelines with you from the biblical sense and the paradigm shift, and I've been showing you that all these other countries, okay, the Turkeys, the Lebanons, all of them, they're going to gather together behind Iran, okay, and they're going to go after Israel. And I've already explained to you, I've shown you, and I've proven to you that Palestine was there long before these Israelites came over, okay? Well, basically what it was is you got a gang of camel thieves that came across. They're the Khazars. They're the bad guys. They're the ones that used to come through all the little villages and rape and plunder and bludgeon and all that. Okay, that's who they were. And so they decide they're going to come across and they're going to plop themselves over on this country. And then they decide we're going to steal that name Israel. So then they said this land is called Israel. We're the chosen one. Okay, so they set that thing up. The true Israelites have been exiled many, many, many eons ago. So what was left there, they intermingled with each other. Okay, so you got good with the bad, okay? You've got the idolaters. King Solomon was one of them. He was Christian. He believed in the God, but yet he allowed everybody else to go ahead and worship whatever demon you want to. Baal, for example. And even we find out today that Bible is not even true. The majority of that Bible is not even true. I don't even want to go back to it. That's where I'm at. And I'm being totally honest with you. So we're going to start this next chapter chapter 7, and it's the introduction into the Magnificent Seven. So this ought to be interesting and educational. Okay, so let's begin. Chapter 7, Recording 1, MORYA. Friday, April 7th, 1989, 6 o'clock a.m., Year 2, Day 234. The first ray, MORYA, the Statesman. Let us dwell in the light, that the darkness shall be diminished in the wondrous place. I am MORYA, known as Elder of the First Ray, Teacher, Kohan, to work with ye ones in bringing forth impersonality in wisdom and understanding of thy calling. It is time for reuniting. And it is difficult for ye ones of the great Kohan to single upon one ray for thy input. Do not tarry about it. Each of us will touch with you that ye might become comfortable with the energy forms. Now yours will be to work with each and all of us. Dharma, think of me as the color of the forget-me-not. Close with Michael, a calming of the soul, restlessness. Urging truth and wisdom in allowing of thy brother to be as he will be. I can only bring these things unto thy attention and allow of thee to be as thee will be. The time sequence has cycled again in the time of pulling ones again into the inner circle. A time of participation for those who have drifted away because of life's need. The Father knows of thy needs and blesses thee ones who take up the responsibilities and await the calls. As ye ones are beginning to pull each and then all of the higher energies within, we are moving more and more rapidly in the lineup as the starting gate. Ye ones do not use of your great gift of wisdom in seeing what is. Ye continually ponder the what ifs and it didn't. Tell me why this little personal thing occurred. You allowed me to believe and it didn't. I can't. I shouldn't. And even worse, I thought. If ye dwell upon the negative ye will receive. It is a wisdom and truth of manifestation and universal law of manifestation. Ye look always at a thing or a happening with wisdom, but not in negativity. There's a great difference. See a circumstance for what it appears to be. Quit of the negative input from all facets and move within the positive possibilities. Example of change. Now let us discuss Rick's auto problems of yesterday, as grand for instance. The facts are the water level was low for whatever reason. A preventable occurrence, and one never should drive the low radiator water. Now, why might Rick have driven on with low radiator water? The facts are carelessness. Do not make a thing to be mystical when it's not. And do not, however, cast it aside as useless foolishness. Check into the reason ye were careless. Go within, and ye will know. It is no business of anyone as to the why, other than Rick. Now let us now consider some very excellent points of positively ponder. Now Rick's disadvantage called into play several things. Al's participation, John's participation, and brotherhood, helping each other in camaraderie. Now both John and Al have great experience upon the planet from which to draw wisdom. Rick needs to spend more time in their counsel, but tends to remain in habit patterns. They likewise will not project upon another their presence. It's a cycle, just a cycle of habits. Do not make more of it than it is. There is not always great, grand messages in the things that happen. Mostly it means nothing in particular. And you will know that when a thing is of greatness, So accept thy inner wisdom projects that which ye need and participate in through thyself. Not mystical, magic, nor particularly of great cause. It is the mind going about ensuring that the receiving of what thee has requested of the Father in perfect order. Now, perfection comes in most strange ways, chelas. Do not labor over it. If thee has turned it over to the higher workers, accept with knowledge and allow it to release. If the soul urges meditation upon a point, meditate upon it, for it does not mean of something. And do not waste of thy precious moments in pondering that which has no magnificent projection. Accept, adapt, and move ever onward, lest ye fall into the trap of never leaving the meditations. Until thee can manifest as the higher energies in thought alone, thee better keep working more and more, meditating upon thy works. Now do not always effort so much at good or bad. However, turn thee away from evil. Not because evil is real, but shun it, because it is unreal and it's not a part of God. Calling working troops. Now listen thee to the bell in its calling forth, and do know for thee it tolls. The Master says it is a call to the humble, the world around, to the servants of the will of God, and it's the avant-garde who would carry civilization forward into a new age, a new time. I, MORYA, call ones who would be chelas and followers of the sacred fire, who would become students and adepts, followers who would become comrades of the Christos, exponents of the word of the living truth. And those who would be in a imitation of the example of the Christos, Isu Jesus, and finally the head, the heart, and the hands of our cosmic retinue. Ah, yes, the path that offers much requires of thee much. But ye ones upon your place have also a saying, you get what you pay for. Yes, the price is rather high, but then, dear ones, you're purchasing the ultimate reality, perhaps beyond price. To reach such a plane of reality, you must gather within the soul the trust of power, wisdom, and love. Above all, love. And to reach beyond the plane of consciousness, thee must have thrust. Ye must draw from the well spring of God, the living flame, that which the living God has, anchored within the very soul and heart, and draw forth the thrust of faith and hope and charity. And you must take of the first step, and I come forth as a guide and a teacher. All ones who hear the words of the masters are not of our chelas. Therefore, we must clear those ones who would only disrupt from the path that we might move forward. And our cause is most noble. Thy planet is most crucial circumstance. And what use are thy valuable acquisitions and hovels if thee had no planet upon which to place it? Why have of great beauteous things if thee has no brother to share it? These are the points of worth to ponder and upon which to meditate. Request of assistance from us from the higher frequencies that we might come in to give assistance. And further, please, may my own accepted chelas hear of me. Listen with thy heart and wisdom of thought that which ye are about and why thee are about it. Are ye proper in perception? Are thee moving in the path? Are ye rested and contented within thy heart? And are ye gifted in peace? If thee say no to any of these, look again, that thee are not strayed. So be it, little chelas, for the days upon the blessed place are short and the work great. I, El MORYA, Kohen of the first raid, do place my seal upon these words that ye may know that which ye are in truth and wisdom of thought and action. And I am that ye might also be. Dharma, thank ye, child, for thy hands, and count not thy works as good deed or bad deed, lest ye get it centered upon good or bad. As ye clear of the space that we might come into thy presence, know that there is no good or bad, there is only purity of godness and absence of evilness, and blessed is thy gifts as ye come into maturity of service. May I always come in such comfort into thee, for we have worked long as singleness of circuitry, and thy receiving is clear and open. Blessings unto thee and thy brethren in this place, and we will meet often in what thee call thy future, in service to the one light, and in honor and respect to my greater teacher, Maha. I take leave in the strength and power of the triune of the Father, the Son, and the most sacred Holy Spirit. May ye come into total fullness of hope, love, and charity, the greatest being love. So be it, for the purpose will come to pass in perception of the plan. Adonai in truth, I am MORYA. Haton, Dharma, thank you, child, for acceptance of thy task. I bless thee and give thee whatever balance ye need, and you will come to know the truth of these most beloved and gracious masters as they come to commune. Now be at peace as comfort comes rapid. There is a place of greatness. Ye ones are of greatness. Honor that truth that we might move forward in our most critical works. The fragments are moving into the circle of ability to begin the process of focus and finally into finite laser sharpness. And we shall cut, we labor and mold until perfection becomes our manifestation upon this blessed creation of Creator. For it shall be. Salut, salut, salut. In service and on standby that we might meet later this day if suitable. I am. Chapter 8, Recording 1, LANTON. Saturday, April 8th, 1989, 7 o'clock a.m., Year 2, Day 235. The second ray. I, Anto, the Sage. Doubt? These should be in the doubting until ye feel of the presence. I am thy elder brother and teacher. I am LANTON, of the second ray of refraction. It is simply a term of identification, my child. And I am accepted and blessed with thy presence and acceptance of my humble self. And may wisdom and knowledge always be thy way. Thy mind is of brilliance, and ye shall never allow it to be used carelessly or fabricate for thy own purposes, as have too many of us, of our beloved speakers and earth teachers. Now we must, however, just as ye ones, have some mode of identification that ye might know of us as separated from other vibration energy pattern. Though you may need of not more than my presence, child, thy brethren need of signs and proof of definition. It is more or no less than simple labeling that we might respond as we would to Dharma. Definitions. Now man is the one who chooses to place us on pedestals above his reach. We only differ in existence of form and enlightenment. Yet we are labeled as to responsibility and function. L-O-R-D, remember, means teacher. Chela means student. And as we move forward, there will be many, many other labels which will be brought to your attention in simplistic manner. Man has taken these terms, which have only meaning in your English language at any level, but translated them to please self and status, and proclaimed them to represent levels of royalty of earth measure. They are simple terms for us of the humbled realms, and always remember this. The more stately the term in your translation, the more humble the energy form who bears it in these realms. For us to say, for instance, the master was sat upon a golden throne. Ye have no translation for that term, since we are only of vibration and color form. It does not mean a gold hard seat. It means a great central sun-colored vibrational focus. So be it. We shall bring many terms into the level of understanding which will allow you ones to mesh and function with us, not in awe. The terms are truth and the manner of receiving, most often outrageous. Do not spend any of thy time in inner discomfort, because ye know the difference. And once do that which you are capable of doing, and always, always remember the brothers of the darkness begin immediately to damage the purity of the receiving elements and the message. It is the only way it is. There is no such thing as ego in these realms, and that is the one point man cannot seem to separate from his own relationship. Therefore, he can only attach to what he already knows or has experienced. Earth knowledge lacking. Now, I've chosen the softness of the yellow refraction as my most comfortable vibration, and am most easily identified from my past as you perceive it to be. Experiences. My existence in mortal form brought me to your places that you now geographically identify as the Orient. I was given the great gift of insight and wisdom from our Creator Source to experience upon this planet in the form of many most humble, wise ones. And my most revered service was to the one who came first as the Christos, the Buddha, brother and one with the Master Isu Jesus. Ye bring up thy differences in religions, and when ye actually know of nothing about it. Ye ones take a book written about anyone, absorb it, and tout thy knowledge abroad. Ye know nothing about it. Now ye ones form thy opinions and beliefs by hand-me-down thoughts of others, often by the printed format of the authorities who got this information from the loudest speaker on stage of performance. And in thy ignorance ye have brought rebellion and furthered ignorance upon thy children. And they lock themselves into self-destruct within the culture of drugs and poison music. They transfix themselves in the visions they give unto their minds in video and motion pictures. And then ye wonder at what has become of your planet. Well, chelas, since the garden, it has been headed to this point in cycle on this darkened place. So be it. Ye would moan and groan and place blame for what? That ye can blame another and do nothing? It is as it is, and it has become such from the imitation of the parents and teachers who had come before. Force not of God. Religion, as practiced upon thy place, is the most deadly of all. Shouting, out of control weeping, emotional, egotistical, greedy, and power-hungry energies attack at every turn. The very fiber of the foundation upon which first the truth was founded is destroyed behind the shadows of the facade. Even unto the gifts returned to God, there comes no force from God, child, and if there is force in order to cause tithing, participation in a given place or thing, or excommunication because of a given thing, it is brought forth by one's wielding power in order to control a brethren energy. It is not God. Now God gave unto thee blessed life forms, free will choice, and he does not then turn about and force thee to do anything. He's most wondrously joy-filled when thee chooses of God way, and thy gifts are replenished in unbounded measures. Yes, the world is in great despair, and thy children in the wee grades are bringing weapons of death into their kindergarten classes. What else can they know, as all they see upon thy vision screens is such? A man comes into a playground in California and kills with machines. A child is going to get to the nearest gun and picture himself protecting himself and his playmates, or perpetrating the same in order to have his picture on the moving image machine. Balance is gone from thy world, and it will get worse and worse and worse. How can it not? How can it be different until it is eaten of its own self, as the serpent who devours itself? The areas of pain and devoid of light will grow and expand to encompass the very cities themselves. Now, light has to be rebirthed outside the ghettos of the darkened masses. So be it, for it will come to pass. And ye ones of light bearers will pick up the pieces, and we shall rebuild through the destruction. Or it will be in perishment. Better way. Now ye ones will see thy children of blood connection fall. You will feel the pain as ye can do not to stop it. However, to fight or battle in the true sense of the definition of war will do of nothing but expand upon the problem. Now ye must quietly and dutifully and with humility offer a better way. Ye must change the images, offer fulfillment within for the participation personages. Nay, ye cannot do it all for the changing of all mankind, for it is not meant to be. Now the world is in transition, and ye will work toward the goal of bringing light again to all the population. However, know that it is a time of sorting, and millions upon millions of energies will be changing dimension. You have a world in transition, a planet, precious ones. She is being rebirthed to come into her own glory. And ye ones are the caretakers, the midwives. Ye will assist in restoring balance and harmony upon this place, and ye and the ones who will remain within the transition itself. And man thinks he's all, nay, he is but one form of creation, and earth, human, has proven himself to be one of the lesser creations. He was birthed in radiance, and his flame has all but perished. It has been a wondrous place of experience and existence, of perceived illusioned scenarios. But damage has been wrought to the very vibrational manifestation of destruction to destroy it in total. Persistence with assistance. Ah, yes. It will all come boiling up and crashing down, for that is the way of it. And ye shall continue thy march onward, for that too is the way of it. We will assist. We give thee great outpouring of insight and wisdom, for that is mine to give unto thee. And we link with thee ones. We merge with thee ones, that naught can stop thee. It will build of its own inertia, and we shall prevail in these chosen places of the sun. S-O-N. The infinite cycle is closing, and the energy of the sacred cycle of infinity will again walk upon this blessed creation within thee. Ah, yes, all will see, for the beacon of light will shine forth into the forever. And ye shall be given unto the wisdom, the truth, the love, the strength, and knowledge to do of thy works. For as I am, so are thee, of the unperceivable veil of the golden flame, in the care within the golden robes. Know of it, feel it, for I am that I am, and I am come. Now ye ones are blessed of me, and I, Lord Lanto of the totality, do place my seal upon these words, that ye may know the truth of it. For unto you I will come again, the great circle of infinity, the great spirit of forever, to dwell again upon these blessed place. How many will be in readiness? Walk forth in balance, in harmony, and in the light, for ye ones are about to embark upon the greatest journey in our universe. So be it, and as it is here spoken, so shall it come to pass. Amen. Tamper not with truth. Hat on here, Dharma. Let us settle a bit, as the energy is very intense indeed. It will be most pleasant as we move along in harmony. And thank you for being accepting. I appreciate. I bring special blessings and appreciation to beloved Vedra, Twaita, and others of truth who have received without the changing of truth. There are many who have received and few who have been true to this task. So be it, for it is not easy. Ye ones will endure, and ye will continue to bless the ones who fall in shortness of the goal. And they forget their lessons of the light. The dark brothers are clever, constant, and deadly to the words of truth. So let it rest. And ye must stay with thy task, little sister, for thy homework is abundant. And do not allow of guests to take of thy time. We are short of time, and ye must be in preparation. And ye will take of thy breaks. However, if need be, ye will go forth from this place to isolate and balance the energy patterns. You are atop of a volcano of energy upheaval, dear one. At this time of receiving of the master teachers, thy earthly selves will more rapidly pass from thee, and ye must respond accordingly. So be it. I stand by now in appreciation and pride as a father for his children who are in the performance of their lessons. In love of the infinite, I, Haton of Light, salut, 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 and I salute you. Out. And that's where I'm going to stop for this reading. But just based on everything that they're telling us, can you just see it, what we're going through with these wars? And he's telling you, do you want to stick in the negative? No, you want to stay in the positive. You want to know what your future is going to be. And let that be that. All you can do is pray for these people and hope for the best, okay? But everyone's on their own journey. So it's dependent on what your journey you want to take. If you don't want to take it, so be it, as he's telling us. But if you choose to be a part of that, then let go of the evil, let go of the negative, and just concentrate on your future, what you can do for the world. Everything is based that I've been reading is telling everything that we're experiencing right now today. Yet these readings were done back in the 80s. So I bring these for you so that you can get a little understanding. Now, if you choose to use, fine. If you don't, that's okay too. But I ask that you please share all the links with people that you may feel would benefit from them, okay? And if they're not into reading, then say, okay, well then go to rumble.com and go watch Angel Wallace Productions. And if not there, go to YouTube channel and you can catch her on God's Grace on Thee. And she can read these to you so that you have a better understanding. Okay, so, okay, folks, I love you. I got another video I got to finish up before I put this one out because I like to go every other. And in that particular video, we're going to start discussing the artificial intelligence. We're going to talk about the robotics of our world. We're going to talk about cloning of our world. And this detriment to our earth, to our way of life. And what we're going to find out, and if you're smart and you're understanding, you're going to realize we've come together. We've already molded those in together. Okay, they've meshed now. So now you don't have any inclination. You have no idea if Joe Blow right there is for real or not. And that is the truth. And that's where we're at. Okay, folks. Y'all take care. Share your smile. Okay. Hug those you love. And do something very nice for somebody you don't know. Because they're our brother and sisters. And everybody needs help. We're in a world of hurt because we've got an idiot that's running our country or claims to run our country. Now, if things are the way they're supposed to be, and we believe in the Q system, we believe in the white hats, we believe in JFK Jr. and President Trump that are moving this thing forward because we had it entertained back in John Kennedy days, okay, back in the 60s. That's where this Q started. And it's the way and the means to take out a demonic suppression of what's holding us down for all these generations and generations. And what they work off is money and your sweat, and they work off all your energy of fear and hate and negativity. That's why I always say, keep yourselves out of that. Keep yourselves in a good, fun, loving, understanding mood, okay? Because that's when we generate that as a whole, then we push that positive forward. That's what they've been trying to tell us. So I hope that you understand, in a sense that you understand. I don't know how else to bring it forward or how to simplify it, but I don't know. These are things that I've known for quite some time. And again, if you want to be in the busybody of what's going on, I mean, it's at a point now where I don't even want to go to Truth Social, because it's the same baloney that's going forward, that's being spewed, okay, that's being regurgitated, and it's disgusting. I'm sick of it. People don't see it. They're still sheep. They don't understand. They think that they're awake. They're not. But they're awake because they know knowledge. Well, do something with that. But they don't. It won't be until the very end, when they know that their goose is cooked, and they'll finally drop to their knees and say, God, help us. And that's the time. They don't do it before. No, they participate. And then when the going gets real tough, that's when they call out to God. Shameful. Shameful. But so be it. Love you. See you. Bye.